Hello, welcome to your Friday. This is week 20. I can't even believe for 20 weeks we've been doing these videos. It is the 15th day of May 2020. Last week's video was a mix of inspiration and fun. The comments I got were beautiful. Thank you so much. I got a crack out of it, a big time crack out of it. Especially the taco one. For some reason, that one just hit home with me. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments. And thanks for just being there. It really makes a difference in my life. And hopefully something about these videos makes a difference in yours. I'm trying to count on that because I have fun doing it. And I have fun reading the comments and seeing all the people who make various and sundry comments. The shout out goes to everyone today. Whether you're a frontline worker, whether you're behind the scenes, whether you're staying home alone with your partner, or you're taking care of a loved one in a limited capacity. I want to thank everybody because what I have seen is a great deal of patience. We're all going crazy. We all want to get out. We all wonder, when is this going to change? But we're doing the best we can. And my shout out goes to every single person because every single person is affected by this in one way or another. Special prayers go out to families who have lost a loved one or families who have an infected loved one. Please say a prayer for them. Today, I was going to talk about judgment and anger. We'll save that for another day because I have something a little bit more fun. It's not necessarily funny, but it's something I want to think about. It's something I think about in my life, and hopefully it'll spark an interest in you as you go through your day. Maybe think about this. It is our sense, the 5 senses, including a 6th sense, which I will approach at the end here. So the question I pose, which of the 6 senses could you live without? Maybe I should say the 5 senses, but I'm going to include the 6th sense. Do you ever think about how it would be to lose one of them? We all know somebody who has lost a sense. So let's take a look at them individually. Let's start with the sense of smell. How about a fresh mown yard? Cut grass. I love it. What about rain? You can smell rain. What about your favorite home-cooked meal? What I recall is my grandmother's kitchen. She was always baking something. You would walk in there and it was like heaven. Could you deal without that? How about the smell of any particular person? Sometimes we smell a particular laundry detergent on somebody. Maybe it's a cologne. Who knows? But I don't know that I would want to live without that. But it is one of the first ones I would consider. So let's move right along. How about sight? How about a sunrise or a sunset? What about waves crashing on the beach? What about your loved one's particular look they give you? A private little look, a smile. Could you deal without that? What about someone like me who's into his cars? After you clean your car, you look at it and you think, oh, that's beautiful. Is that something that you could deal without? I believe sight is one of the biggest ones because perhaps it impacts your life the most. And you perhaps have to reach out to many more people to assist you. So sight's a big one. I don't think I'd like to be without it. And I want to appreciate it today. What about hearing? Let's go back to the waves on the beach. How wonderful that sounds. How about rain or thunder? How about your loved one's voice? Again, when they look at you and they say, I love you. Or maybe it's a song. I'm a musician. Without the sense of hearing, I'd be lost. There are many people who do compose and perform absent hearing, but it would be very difficult for me. Is that one you would choose if you had to make that choice? I don't know that I could. How about taste? Our sense of taste, first of all, enables us to know whether a food is good or bad. Smell does the same thing. But taste is so very important. And I believe a lot of people would go to that one first. But do we really think about how important it is to be able to have your favorite home-cooked meal? Or what about, I'm going to get real personal here, kissing someone. When I was in high school, a girl I dated had this lip gloss and tasted like cherry. It was wonderful. Our sense of taste is very important and sometimes underrated. I saved touch for the last because if you think about it, we're all affected by that right now. You can't shake someone's hand. You can't hug somebody. You can't hold their hand while you're walking. About the only thing that I can really do is pet my dog, which is another important aspect of touch. Is that something you could deal without? Think about a hot stove. Think about so many things our sense of touch affects in our lives. I was in law enforcement. The ability to pull the trigger on a gun in qualifying. So many things our sense of touch affects. Lastly is the sense, the sixth sense. What would you do without that? And what exactly is it? It's our intuition. It's our ability to feel things, perhaps sense danger. Is something you could deal without? Again, in law enforcement, I had intuition. I could also smell fear, believe it or not. That's a crazy thing, but I'll never forget it. Your sixth sense is something, again, a lot of people don't talk about. Maybe it's how many times you've had ESP with somebody, You're like, I was just thinking about that. That's your sixth sense. It's a soulmate type of thing. Could you deal without that? So that's pretty much what I want to talk about today. If you go through your day, do me a favor and think about which one is most important to you. And if you have the energy and the time, let me know. Because I don't know which one I would pick. It's so hard. But the thing I want us all to do is appreciate every one of the senses we have. And for those people who are without one of the senses, I want to tell you I think about you. And I pray. So, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, an amazing week next week. I want to thank you for watching, and I want to tell you something else. Life is good. Don't forget it. God bless you. I'll see you next week.